Hey guys, GamerZach here, and welcome back to Caesar 3. Now, I have not made a Caesar 3 video for years, and it's because, well, I finished the campaign, and, well, there was not much to do. But first thing you might notice now is that there is a widescreen mod. Look at that, in this glorious 1080p. It looks fantastic. Of course, link down in the description down below. Now, the reason why I'm making a Caesar 3 video today is because, well, personally, the hardest mission I experienced in Caesar 3 was Caesarea, that desert mission which was very militaristic. But for a lot of people who over the years have come to my channel, they have struggled with Lugdunum, which is this mission right here. If you see, this is the intro briefing here. Lugdunum beyond the Alps. Alright, so let me just get the music back here. There we go. So this is the mission that most people have complained about because of stability issues and just in general, the prosperity requirement for Lugdunum is a little insane because you need to get up these grand insulae. Now, what are we looking at right here? Well, this is a map that was sent me by someone who was struggling with the game and, well, struggling with this map particularly by the username of San Fierro. So thank you for sending this in. A few people have sent me maps of Lugdunum for me to look at, and basically what I'm going to do today is fix up, instead of restarting and rebuilding the city. You can see he sort of followed what I did in my playthrough, but a few differences here, and what we're going to do is fix up the city without any cuts or edits. So I'm not going to edit or cut anything out of this, so you guys can actually see what I do to fix the city. Now ideally, of course, you would restart and build it right from the first place, but you can see there's stability issues of here. So first things first, I've separated this into 5 steps, and the first step that we're going to be doing is to fix the problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to look around and find all the problems with the city. So let's go into the advisors panel here. I haven't actually played Caesar 3 for so long, so I gotta check things. So here you go. You can see here the requirements are pretty much met except for prosperity. There's a lot of money, so I think a lot of you have experienced this where you've been stuck on a map for so long, you have plenty of money in the bank, but you just can't hit those targets. Population is only half of what it needs to be, and prosperity is the real killer here. Alright, so let's have a look at the chief advisor and see problems we need to fix immediately. The city is short by 306 employees. We gotta fix that. There are no priorities set over here, and well, basically we gotta get things working. So first things first, with 300 employees missing, nothing important is really working properly, especially industry and commerce. And a few things that are set up, let's have a look at the trade here. He's currently, San Fierro, the guy who sent me this map, is importing fruit as a second type of food source. He's farming wheat and meat here, which is going into these. Getting fruit here and then meat and wheat are all going into the same granary, which is kind of a problem. This granary down here is also getting wheat and fruit. And that's it. So there's a few things we gotta fix. So firstly, let's deal with this 306 employees. So let's unpause the game, keep it on the slowest mode, and let's get rid of everything that's unnecessary. So these Colosseums, gotta go. These Colosseums take up 25 employees each, get rid of them. Let's balance things out. We'll get rid of some of this industry as well. You can see that clay pit is not working because it's not actually touching a road, so let's get rid of that. With 2 clay pits, it can sort of supply 4 potters. Which one of these are low on production? Alright, we'll get rid of this one and that one. We can reduce the amount of wood we're producing. We'll keep it at 2. Also, we will stop importing... Actually, no, let's go one at a time. We don't need grand insulaes yet. Do large insulaes need libraries? I'm not too sure. But we'll get rid of the libraries as well. Okay, there's... You can see spacing's a little cramped up here. How about this? We'll get rid of that. Okay. And we'll just check the gods, make sure all the temples are even. 2 each, 6 oracles. That keeps the gods happy enough. Okay. What else can we get rid of? You can see he's got a nice little supply of meat to the storage yard there. That's pretty good. We can reduce the weapons production a bit. We can reduce a bit of the clay production here as well. I know we're exporting these things, but we need the people first, because currently this is all overproducing, so I'll reduce that. Okay, that looks good. Anything else we can get rid of? We will... How do I do this? we'll get rid of this storage yard. We don't want fruit. Okay, so we're gonna stop importing fruits. We don't need that. And we gotta clear up. We're producing pottery here as well. Oh, this is a lot of pottery. We'll clear this up. And also we'll get rid of this granary because we want this farmland. This farmland's quite important. Can I rearrange this in a more efficient way? Well, okay, efficiency of roads is the next point. But for now, let's have a look at our employment. Short by 37 employees, that's pretty good. But we do want more people moving in as well. But first, how should we do this? Let's, there's nothing over here. Okay, good. All right, we're gonna focus next on one type of food. So we're gonna get rid of all of these meat farms, all these animal farms, get rid of them. There's no point having two types of food if you can't stably control one type of food. So we'll do that. Set this granary here to not accepting, and getting wheat. And then we also need to put down a granary right here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on efficiency of food. So we're gonna set this granary here to accepting. So all of these farms will dump their wheat into here. And this one will walk up to there and get the food and bring it back down. And we want to do that quite efficiently, so I want to put a bunch more granaries here. So we're going to get rid of this temple to Mercury, Neptune, and Ceres. Replace that somewhere else. We need a temple to Ceres. We can place it... we could make things a little bit more efficient here. If we move this school and theater over, we'll have the theater here. We needed a temple to Ceres, Mercury, and Neptune, right? So where can we make this a little bit more efficient? We'll just drop... I want to keep this space open to rebuild. Ceres can go there. It was Neptune, I think? So we'll place one there. And we needed a temple to Mercury, which can go into this area, right there. And we demolished the theater and the school, so let's put the school back down right there. This way, it leaves room for a 2x2 building right there, just about touching that road there. Okay, good. All right, next up, as we've focused our food onto wheat here, let's go ahead and replace those animal farms with wheat farms. We can place this back there, and that should be good. Alright, so all of these wheat farms are going to fill up this granary once it starts working. You can see scattered houses around here, that's pretty good. And then we need more granaries down here. You can see there's some road efficiency problems here. So before we place new granaries, let's fix the road. Currently, there's this intersection here, which is... Oh, I didn't want to delete that gatehouse. Let's put that back. I'm gonna delete this road back here, because it's sort of messing up how the road here works. And also, this road doesn't need to loop around here. I know there are missionaries, but this can do something like this. And we can bring it down here. So this can actually touch a couple houses. And then we'll bring it back up and across here. Okay, that looks good. And also, we don't need that road there. So now we're on the fixing the roads phase. This road back here is a problem because you see this this Mars temple, sometimes it'll send walkers out here. It's also touching the amphitheater on the back, which is not so good. We should move this reservoir over. So let's shift it over. I think we can move it over by 2. So the reservoir can go right there. Once this fades out, let's speed it up a bit. Come on, get out of the way. Okay, there we go. Put that down. And now we can have a road coming around the back here to hook up to there. And it's not touching any of these buildings. And you want to put a small statue here because, let me show you. If you actually delete a road by a gatehouse and then you rotate the camera, it'll come back. So get rid of those roads, put a small statue, and the road won't come back. All right, fantastic. So we fixed that road, we fixed this road. We could check the... Oh, this road here is also not good. There's like an intersection there. I mean, the road... This whole road back here, actually, we don't need this at all. We'll move that around. And what is this road sticking out here for no reason? The more intersections you have, the worse it is. And then we could... the missionaries are sort of efficient enough. This is going to take care of these buildings, that's fine. This will pretty much take care of these buildings. And hopefully... This is not exactly how I want it. Let's change the direction of this aqueduct. And we're gonna remove that mission post. And the aqueduct, I'll have it come around this way to like that. So I can get rid of this. And we'll move the potter over so I can have a little road coming out here and a mission post right there. And I'll put a gatehouse right here. Okay, and the potter can be placed back down, where is it? Workshop, pottery, right there. So now this mission post will walk this way. Ah, you see here? You want to get rid of these, be careful with these gardens because they count as roads sometimes, look at that. So get rid of these gardens. This granary is not exactly where I would like it to be. So we'll get rid of that. And how can we do this? We could put another gatehouse right here to make sure there's no intersection. Okay, that looks good. And we want to put down some houses here. And is a fountain in range? A fountain is almost in range. If we shift this reservoir back one, it will actually fit. So we'll do that. So you can see I'm just fixing up all these problems here. Alright, come on, get out of the way. We'll put that back. And then the fountain can... we'll get the water back in, come on. Come on. There we go. Does it still not reach? Let's check the water overlay. Oh, this one reaches here. So okay, we can place that down there. So that's going to water those houses, and these houses are going to act to provide employment to whatever's on this side. So this mission post is now going to stably walk this way, covering all of these houses. And this mission post is going to come down this way, covering all of these houses. So we can actually shift this road over slightly. And I think we no longer need this one, right? We can actually make it a bit more efficient by doing that. I think when this missionary walks down this way, it should cover those, and this missionary should be able to reach this one. Okay, good. So that made covering this all good, and we can also actually put a gatehouse right here, just to make sure there is only one road here. Perfect. So that reduces the number of missionaries. Does that actually... How's our employment? We have unemployment of 8%. Fantastic. Now, we gotta put down some granaries. So let's put down... let's see, we're gonna put 1, 2, 3? Is 3 good? I know, you gotta keep in mind granaries actually have intersections here. So I'm gonna put 3 granaries here. All 3 of these are gonna set to getting wheat, right? Alright, here we go. Now the reason why we're getting wheat here is basically just to bring the food from here, all this wheat, down to this area, which actually, now thinking about it, I can put this gatehouse back here, hook up these roads. Is that hooked up? Yeah? Yeah, that's hooked up. So the markets over on this side can just easily access the granaries there. Alright, fantastic. So furniture, oil, and pottery are all stored here, which is in range of these 3 housing areas. It's also in range of there, pretty much. Now, we want to boost up our farm production here. Now, there's a lot of scattered houses here, which I don't think we need. We're gonna get rid of this road here. We'll keep that one. And also, before we forget, make sure we pop down a bunch of engineers posts here, just to make sure these granaries are okay. And I suppose just to be safe, I'll put another missions post right there. 2 engineers posts should be good there. We don't want this collapsing either, so I'll put an engineers post right... Can we... is that 3? Yeah, put an engineers post right there. Actually, no, not there. we can actually fit 2 more granaries here if we are efficient. Engineer's post right there. And granary. These people moving out, messing things up. So we want a bit of unemployment because people are moving out because of instability. 2 granaries right here. And we can set these to getting wheat as well. Okay, so we've got 5 granaries here, all bringing food down from up here, while these farms continually refill that. Okay, now we want to bring some food down to this area, so let's go ahead and start putting down some wheat farms here. We can... How do we want to do this? What's the most efficient setup? We can place that there, place that there. They're moving in, so we'll leave a gap for a farm there. Can we fit one more there? Not quite. We can have one more there, and then 1, 2, 3, 1 there. We can fit one here once this guy gets out of the way. Okay. And that's all? Okay, good. So we'll have this road come up this way. And we could fit a granary right there. And a road that's touching there. And we'll need a road coming down this way. Actually, no, we'll have... Let's slow it down. We'll have the road coming down this way to touch these farms. And we'll have 2 granaries here. One there and one... How do we want to do this? Here? Well, let's see. If I want these farms to dump it into that granary... They can reach. Let's see. We'll put the farm... I hate it when people are just walking around like that. Now the way this is all sort of arranged is a little weird. There's a house there. A house there. I'd like to have another house there. We'll just hook that up. Pop down a couple engineers posts to make sure nothing explodes. Now I'm just thinking of where to put a second granary here. I think I'll put one down here. Because I don't want to set this to... I want to set this to getting as well. So it'll bring food from up there. But we could have... No, I suppose that's fine actually. Because the wheat farms here will... Oh, there we go. We'll sort that out. Now we want to put a house right here actually. Actually, a house up on this side will be good, at this intersection. Because the worry is... Yeah, we'll just plop a house right there, just for security. And this, get out of the way, should solve our food problem. Fantastic. Okay, good. So now, that should be all the things we need to fix, I think. Let me just check my list here. Fruit's done. We turned this into more farms, cleaned up roads, and focused on production of wheat. So now, we just have to speed up the game and let the wheat flow. We gotta wait for some... one thing we can do here. Let's grab a gatehouse. This can be a shortcut for people delivering goods, but it doesn't mess up our walkers in any way. Let's drop an engineer's post right at the end here as well. Extra security. And an engineer's post right there. Just to make sure things are properly secure. We'll shift this engineer's post over like that. Now, how's our employment? Short by 39? 39 is not so bad. It's much better than 300 anyway. And it's all in health and education. So it's not that important. Health and education is not that important, yeah. So here we go. Food is starting to be brought down here. We need these people to move in. So luckily, some of these people being kicked out actually moved in there. Did they get water? Oh, those last 2 don't get water. So let's just get rid of those 2. The houses might expand to 2 by 2, so it's actually okay. Now this is a bit of a mess because there's 3 tiles between these 2 blocks, which means not much can really fit there. I would actually shift all of this over slightly, or maybe shift this one down slightly. But it's okay, we'll leave it for now. So now, we have to wait for all these scattered houses to move in, so that You can see all this wheat is coming down. And also, to make things even more stable, you want to double up on the market. So here we got 2 markets, stocked up with everything except for food, basically. Over on this side, we'll put down a second market. This area as well only has 1 market. And this area down here, we can squeeze in a second market as well. There we go. 2 markets in each area. And now we can increase our population by... This seems like the most stable area, so I'm gonna put down another fountain and some houses over there. That should bring in some people. Our exports are still gonna be okay. There's a bit short on pottery here, actually. But money is not really the issue right now. We got plenty of money. I did rebuild my temples. Yeah, okay. So let's let the wheat flow. We can speed things along. And you can see the amount of food in the system is immediately going to go up because so much is just stored right here. Look at this. This is not filling up because these cart pushers are coming here and grabbing some and bringing it back. This guy. All right. And of course, we got rid of all those meat farms and we have extra wheat farms over here. Why is this still not working? Oh, we gotta get that house moved in. Because I think the brown walker is just sort of getting stuck. So he's walking by this way, but not going up that way. So we need these little houses to move in for security purposes. I think that covers there, actually. So pottery is short here, which means the traders who are buying pottery might actually come down here to buy pottery. So we gotta be careful about that. But overall, things seem to be going okay. These market ladies, you can see, are bringing food back. Stabilizing these houses. These are evolving quite nicely as well. Now, how's our employment? Short by 77. Okay, it should be fine. More people are moving in, and once these houses evolve... Why have these evolved? Oh, they do need a library to stay evolved. So let's replace the library there. But I think we'll just keep that area evolved. This area was stable because it had 2 markets. These barbarians are running around a bit, but don't worry. Under risks and natives, it should be pretty secure. This one's walking down this way, this one's walking down this way, which should cover everything, and we gotta back up, just in case. I'm not too sure if they'll actually reach. Why did that missionary turn around? I'm not too sure. This guy, how far does he actually go? Oh. Oh, that's actually dangerous. I see why there was a mission post there. I hope they don't start killing my buildings. They're actually killing my buildings a bit. Okay, there we go. No. Stop that. Just gotta get that reservoir back. Stop killing my buildings. Back out, please. And that was... No, stop it. We need that reservoir. So my bad on the natives. I thought the walkers actually reached, but they didn't. No, don't devolve, re-evolve, that's fine. And we'll put down the baths back. But since the baths were destroyed, we can squeeze it there. A bit more space efficient. Okay, there we go. So we put down 4 mission posts eventually anyway. So now you can see here, all the food, this granary is empty. It's really not. This one's also... Is this one set to getting? It is set to getting. This one's filling up, so this housing area down here will soon get enough food. And we need to get everything just stable. So we're just speeding along here. Once the houses are properly fed, things are gonna go back up. It seems like we can put down our libraries again. How is this most efficient? Let's place this over here. Yeah, I can't quite squeeze around anywhere else. So let's do that. And we can place the library back here as well. This oracle is not the best positioning, but... There we go. Oh, that... Whoa, that was really loud. What was that? It seems like Caesar 3 has some sound balancing issues. But that was a request for meat. So we'll just dispatch that. And you can see these granaries are now filling up with wheat. So fantastic. This one down here is doing okay as well. People are moving in. These houses over here evolved quite nicely. I think they need some gardens to evolve properly. And there we go. Back up to large insulays. Are these, that one down there is not quite employed properly. There we go, yes. So now you can see pottery is dropping, so we gotta be careful about that. Let's put back a bit of the industry. Clay pit. I suppose we could fit... How does this work here? We could put that there. And workshop, pottery. As people start to move back in, we can get the industries going again. You don't want to run out of pottery. That's quite risky. The wood, we import the wood and to turn into furniture, so we can very easily bring the wood back. Here we go. These houses are evolving, so it should make room for a bit more. 80 to 84. Yes, good. Short by 95 employees. Not the best, but we might have overdone it on the farms, but we need the wheat to flow. And these houses need a clinic to evolve. There's no clinic down here. Let's go doctor, place it right there. That should evolve those houses. And as people move back in, we need to replace our industry. All the industry that we got rid of, basically. The furniture industry, you can see pottery is being taken up quite a lot because I think we're selling it. Export went over 10. Let's up that a bit when it's over 20. Hopefully the traders actually buy it from here more. Oh, the cinematics are so loud. Sorry about that. Not sure if I can do anything about that. All the sound options are set really low. I can't Alt-Tab out of Caesar 3, so that's a little tricky. Anyway, you can see this shortcut here is doing well for these market ladies coming over here to grab whatever they need. These houses have evolved up, so we can place a library back down here. There's some trees in the way there. There we go. Library right there. Good. That's good. Pottery here is quite diminished. I think just in case, we're gonna stop exporting for now. We don't need the money. And there we go. Things have stabilized. The wheat has flown. Those who control the wheat. Well, okay, never mind. That's a Dune reference, sorry. Anyway, now, step 3. Now that things have sort of stabilized, we need to bring our population up even further. So, with this granary here, we can expand over to this island. It's a little far to walk for the other provisions, but with 2 markets it should be okay. So let's go ahead and build a block here. Let's clear off some of these trees. We want to fit as much as we can. So 2 steps away from those rocks, and we'll come down this way, come down here, up to about there. We can do this, expand a bit this way. That looks a bit weird, but it'll do. 1, 2, space, 1, 2. Okay. And we'll place a row of houses. We'll need a reservoir of some kind over here. We'll put down a few fountains. That should reach. Let me check. Water. Yeah, it reaches just about there. That's good. So we'll wait for those to move in. And we'll start setting up a bit of a supply here. So let's put down a gatehouse right here. This is gonna expand there. And I'm gonna put... I would put a market here, but I don't want to market there just yet. So I'm gonna put a small statue right there. And we need this road to connect up here. We'll put a gatehouse right here. And we'll need some people to... I'm just gonna put a couple houses. I'm gonna put... I don't wanna mess up. Put a house here. Put a house here. That's good. And we'll need a couple engineers posts. And we're gonna have... Actually, let's speed up. I'm gonna demolish those houses, so the immigrants are gonna move to these houses first and replace that. There we go. And I want granaries. So let's put down granary. And do I want a bit of space there? I'm just gonna put it here, I guess. And considering that's gonna do that, we're gonna set this granary to accepting, because it's gonna constantly be filled by those farms, and these granaries down here are gonna be set to getting. Alright, and we're gonna put another one for security right there. Okay, and it's a bit of a walk to the other supplies, but I don't want to mess it up too much, especially the oil, because we're importing the oil. Alright, so this is looking good. We got to expand to this area down here. We can, I think I could fit some houses there. Just about there. We can fit houses here as well, and here. And we could fit a house there. Okay, that looks good. And this should bring our population up to 5,000. Let's garden up this middle area. There we go. And we'll start putting down our infrastructure. Let's see. That can go there. We'll need a barber. We'll need a doctor. We can put some baths down. How does this work? Let's put that. By the way, just as a note, for entertainment, as I'm about to put down, you'll see these houses are actually evolving with these amphitheaters and theaters. But I don't think San Fierro actually put down any actor colonies. I think that's a bit of a glitch in Caesar 3. So just to be authentic, I'm gonna put down an actor colony and a gladiator school right there. Pottery is staying up, so that's good. These people are moving in, fantastic. So we can now continue placing down our infrastructure. What else do these houses need? They need a theater, which we can place here. We need an amphitheater, which we can place... Those baths should not be there. Let's rearrange this. Amphitheater goes here. Baths go there. Theater goes here. Schools. We'll need a school. Let's put the school on... Can we fit it there? I'll put the market there. School can go... Oh, we'll keep the services over here. School can go there. It'll need a library, which it can go there. And is that everything? I think that's all it needs. School, library, okay, good. Yeah, it's got all of those, right? Yeah, oh, it needs a god. Oh, there's 2 temples to Mercury here. Let's just shift Mercury over to this side as well. I thought I left a gap for 2 here. Oh well, doesn't have to be so efficient. Anyway, you can see food has been brought down to this side. I don't know, okay, it's working now. So now because there's so much food here, and they're going out to get more, this one's set to accepting, I think. Yeah, so some of these granaries are coming down here to grab the food out of this granary. But this granary is less important now because this area can take food from here. So that's actually fine. And these granaries are grabbing from here as well. So that's pretty much as much wheat as we can produce. All right, let's put down the markets now that the food has arrived. Markets over here. We're gonna place... We'll get rid of that small statue. And we're gonna put a market there and there. And this architect's post is not working. Let's... I hate how granaries in Caesar 3 actually have a cross-section for roads. So it can be a little tricky getting things working. We'll just get rid of that. We don't need that. These two, like here, like because the roads are so complicated. We will, though, put a house back there. Okay. Make sure things are actually... just for stability's sake, we'll scatter some houses around. So these need food to evolve. They'll evolve soon enough. Desirability. Let's go ahead and just plaza up this whole section. That'll keep things going. Food's coming in. And these need... They don't have a barber. Huh. Let's put a barber down. Didn't realize this area didn't have so many services. Okay, these go straight up to small casas. How's our employment doing? Unemployment of 5%. Fantastic. So now we can start putting the rest of our industries down. Furniture, we could do with another couple workshops there. Stabilize all of this. That should keep the supply up. Especially with the new area, supply can be a little demanding. So let's put down another furniture workshop, and we'll also put down another pottery workshop. And we can also up the clay pit production if I fit it right here. Raw materials, clay pit, right there. So we have 4 clay pits and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potters. We could fit one more potter. Back there. Okay, good. See how much wheat we have? Okay, fantastic. So now we can start focusing. Let me just check my list here. On hitting our targets. Now, the big target that you guys always struggle with. I mean, if we look at our targets here. Culture, you just need to spam culture buildings. If you look at your education and advisor, what really matters is city coverage. And city coverage doesn't follow how many people have access to it, it's how many buildings you have per population, right? So this can be a little confusing. So 5 schools basically can educate that many children. Even though your whole city has access to schools, the game thinks that you need more. So 5 libraries educates 4,000 people, and we have less than 4,000 people, so city coverage is considered perfect. The more of these that are perfect, the better. The same with entertainment. 5 theaters can entertain 2,500 people, and it's above average. Amphitheaters, 4,000 people, perfect. So that's kind of what's important. You can work on culture quite easily, but the one that everyone complains about is prosperity. And the big prosperity problem with this map is basically getting the second type of food. So getting a second type of food is tricky because you can't, even if you set it to stockpiling, right? If you set food to stockpiling, you will, like the market ladies will still take it out of granaries. It only stockpiles if it's actually stored into, into a storage yard. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna replace half of these farms here with meat. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 and replace these with pig farms. 1, 2, 3, 4. And no granary right now is accepting meat. Only that storage yard. And over here, we could do with some extra meat farms as well. So I will put a granary there eventually, which might mess up the walkers a bit more, so I'm going to put down another engineer's post right there. Actually, let's put it there. Or we'll just have both, just in case. And we're going to need more meat farms. So I'm going to replace some of these, and I'll shift some of the wheat up this side. Okay, so our wheat production isn't affected. And let's go ahead and put down... Now this is tricky. I'm gonna let some of the meat start stockpiling up here. And then this one, this granary is gonna set to getting, I don't know, getting meat? We kind of need a second granary over here. We will place it here. So we're gonna have 2 granaries getting meat. Okay, we're starting to stockpile some meat here. And basically, these need a couple things. A meat supply and coliseums, basically. So we will have... What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a gatehouse right here. Once I can. Come on, get out of the way. There we go. And it's going to hook up to this road here. Is that touching the amphitheater? it is touching the amphitheater. So we got to put down a small statue right there. So it's technically not touching the amphitheater. And we're going to extend the road out this side. I'm going to put a house right there. We'll have an engineer's post. And we will also put down a gladiator school right here. There's a reason why I want a gladiator school here, is because when I put colosseums up on this area, the gladiator will walk by these buildings, and walk by various buildings to get to where they need to go. By putting a colosseum right there and a colosseum over here, it's gonna be fantastic, because the gladiator it's called the destination walker technique. So this area will get, well, at least one row of houses will get gladiator access, even though they don't have a colosseum. Alright, so some of these houses aren't evolving because of desirability. We can squeeze in an oracle there. Oracles are great for desirability. Evolve those up. Any others struggling? I think those are okay. We could put an oracle right there, I guess. Keeps the gods happy as well. Meat's coming in, so let's sort out this. I also got rid of the I put down the gladiator school there. I meant to put down a lion house as well. There we go. I'm gonna put a granary right here. And this is gonna be the one which is accepting wheat. This is the one that's gonna start accepting. This one's gonna set to accepting meat, yeah. So this one is now gonna not accept meat. I'm not sure if that'll automatically send the meat there. Let's slow the game down. We gotta get this all going immediately. Granary here. This one is gonna accept meat. And we're gonna put down a bunch of pig farms right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's an efficient way of doing this? I don't wanna mess up the road too much. Okay, so there's no intersections here. All these meat farms. Second type of food can really mess things up, so you gotta be careful. And how many wheat farms we have? We have a lot of wheat farms, so we kind of have to use up all this area here. Let's just do this. I'm not sure if this road will actually reach back there. But to be safe, I'm gonna put a house here, and it'll be an engineer's post as well, eventually. And the pig farm right there. Okay, so now we're gonna start bringing in the second type of food. This granary will get to working, and these granaries, we don't need this many granaries accepting wheat. So I'm gonna change this one and this one. They're all full of wheat, so it's fine. So this one and this one are gonna be getting meat. So that one, that and that one. And this one is also getting meat? Yeah, that's fine. So this housing area down here, we'll be able to get meat from there. They're already walking up here for pottery, oil, and various other things, which is a little far, honestly. Not sure if I could fix that. I could sort of fix it if I... let's fix it up a bit. I'm gonna put down 2 warehouses. Okay, and this one is gonna set to getting pottery. Let's misclick that one. This one's getting pottery, and this one is getting furniture and oil. So that will bring those resources down this way a bit. It'll ease the burden on this area. You can see that there's no pottery making it down here yet. And those houses are not evolving because they don't have water. I wonder if a fountain can fit right there. It can. So you could actually place these houses back. There we go. Does the water reach over? Only till there. It's a little awkward. We'll do that. They'll expand eventually if they need to go to 2x2s. Alright, so this meat production bit is the hardest part. because you just need a lot of meat. Now, it seems like a lot of these farms over here don't have access to employees. So let's shift over these 4 there, and we'll replace these with wheat farms. Okay. Alright, meat's starting to come in. And now we can work on... You can see our money is getting a bit low, so we can start exporting pottery again. That's filled up. Are we still exporting marble? We are exporting marble. We still have unemployment. Let's put our iron mine and weapons workshops back. Alright, because we ran out of weapons, we sold it all. And now we gotta get the Colosseums back down. So let's, I wanna put a Colosseum right here. So I'm gonna put the amphitheater right there. That's a doctors and engineers post. We'll shift the engineers post over there, and we'll put the doctors over here. And the amphitheater can go there, and the Colosseum can go back to where it was. Let's get rid of those. The Colosseum can go there. And this Colosseum can go back to where it was, which is right there. And that should send these lions down this way. There we go, lions are coming out. And we are actually short on employees, but once this area here evolves, it'll be good. So you can see the lions are gonna walk down this way. And if you look at the entertainment Colosseum access, it actually provides access here. So this is a great way to get access to Colosseums, to so many houses, without actually having a Colosseum around. Now, of course, you could sort of squeeze Colosseums around, but it'll be a little tricky. Looks like pottery is starting to come in. Pottery and oil is here. Furniture should come down soon enough as well. Yeah. And these houses all evolve straight up to Grand Insulates because they actually have meat already. You can see meat is filling up here, and some meat is coming down this way as well. The first feeding of a new type of food can be a little tricky. This one's filling up with meat as well. So now we got 2 types of food, pretty stable. That guy, oh, no one's moved in here yet. It is a long walk. Is it immigrant coming up this way? There he is. That'll get these farms working. And you can actually have even more farms at the back here. Now in my playthrough, I actually used up pretty much all available farmland, but you don't actually need that much. And here we go, Grand Insulates coming in. Why are these not evolving? Is it just desirability? Some entertainment, but not enough. I don't think a gladiator is walking through this area because it's sort of a dead... I mean, a lion house is not walking through this area because it's a dead end. But these evolved back to Grand Insulates. These, some... Oh, sorry about that. Oh! Working Colosseum. Anyway, if we look at prosperity, it's rising, but it's not as high because we have been losing money, so we can focus on culture. It just needs academies and stuff working. But we'll wait for more unemployment to come through. And for ease, I'm just gonna turn this area into a big culture dump. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... it doesn't matter. Just put a loop. We're gonna have a house on each end with an engineer's post on each end. So that's prepping to boost our culture up. Alright, these houses here need a supply of furniture. Why is furniture not... Oh, furniture is coming down. Okay, good. Alright, so this is starting to look good. Is meat still coming down this way? All the meat is sort of gobbled up by these markets because... So you gotta make sure that the markets are still... Like, check all areas, make sure wheat is still available in at least one of the markets. It's like here, there's wheat there, but there's no wheat here. But as long as one market has wheat, it means the area is still going okay. This area, there's no wheat down here. So this is actually a little tricky. I think I gotta boost the amount of wheat we have down here. So I'm gonna replace some of these farms back with wheat. Because these granaries are coming up this way to get wheat, but when they finally get to this granary here, it only has 100 or something, and then when they grab it and bring it back, it's like, oh, it's only 100. So not enough wheat is actually making it down this way. So we gotta fix that. Is meat is actually doing okay here. Meat's filling up there. All these farms are now working up there. That house has moved in. It has. I don't know why that engineer's post is not working. Alright, there we go. Wheat's made it back down. Fantastic. All the 3 resources are down here, but the caravan is selling oil to here, so you gotta be careful. In my playthrough, oil sort of shifted over to here, because this storage yard is closer to the traders. Alright, they just need a supply of furniture, which is now available down here. So how are things looking? Alright, let's speed it along. Oh, this housing area here just devolved. Ran out of pottery. Why would they do that? Okay, these 2 markets have sort of messed up. So that housing area is completely devolving. I'm not sure why. These other housing areas are doing okay. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes instability just sort of happens like that. We could sort of boost it up some more if I put down another market. Let's see, what can we do here? That's a barber. Let's shift the barber over there and the engineer's post over there. And this can be another market. And hopefully that market makes sensible decisions. So you can see supplying a second type of food can really mess things up. I think I do need another granary here set to getting meat. This one down here is getting meat as well, yeah? Because both these... the market at least brought wheat back. Did that affect our employment? No, it's fine, because we have this area down here. Okay, have these moved in? Yep, they have moved in. So let's boost up our culture. So let's have a look at education. So 5 schools educates 375 children. That is terrible. And we also need a couple more libraries. So let's put down 2 libraries and a bunch of schools. Okay, we'll let those move in and get those working. Let's speed it up. So now 10 schools is 750 children. I don't know how many children we have. You can actually check your... There's a histogram here somewhere. I don't know, it says how many children you have. But currently, that says very good. Libraries are now perfect. So let's put down... Oh, let's slow it down. A few more schools. Ah, damn, messed that up. Okay. Is that employees needed? Yep. Is this housing area gonna come back from... There's some meat. There's some wheat. There's some wheat. Okay, go get pottery and stuff. 3 markets should stabilize that area. Now, 575... Wait, 13 schools is... Oh, only 7 are working. Why are only 7 working? Oh, some of these are not working yet. No employees live nearby. Yes, they do. Oh, is it because we're short on employees and health and education is the first one to go? That's why. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, we can go ahead and get some working theaters and working amphitheaters. City needs more workers, yes, but these houses here are evolving. Desirability is messing up, so I'm going to shift the school over here so I can put an oracle right here and here. There we go, going up to Grand Insules. Fantastic, those theaters are now working. So you can see here, 8 theaters. Amphitheaters are good. We need more theaters. Culture's at 69 though, so we're actually fine. And now that all of that is hit, people are going to start moving in here. You can see extra room for 14 there, extra room for 25. These houses here have devolved. Supply of furniture. This has evolved back up to Grand Insules. Fantastic. pottery's come back. Supply of pottery and furniture and oil is still good there. We're still importing wood, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, and now that we've pretty much done everything we can, meat is still low. This is set to getting meat, right? So they are coming up here to get meat. It's just that first feeding. You know how when we first fixed the wheat problem, it sort of took a while before things stabilized. There we go. So we put a few more farms there, just boosted this up. Unless these are full, you can always have more farms. These 2 granaries here. The rest of the granaries are coming up here to grab it, so it's fine. Currently they have to sort of walk around this way. It's kind of weird. Alright, trade's going down, that's fine. If I change this road here to this, it'll actually create a connection through here, which is less stable for the farm area. So I'm just gonna place a house right there, but it's quicker for the granaries to grab meat. Alright. So we're starting to get grand insulays down here as well. These houses evolving back up. Just a little instability. Keep an eye on the oil, so all the oil doesn't end up down here. Lost bathhouse. Oh no. Right. Sometimes it says that they lost certain access because of certain things. Now, let's just speed it up, see how things go. Anything collapsing or devolving? Now, if I could get a Colosseum access here, that would actually be good. But I can't get Colosseum access. But what I could try, because a Colosseum won't fit, it's way too big. Right? I mean, it would take some serious restructuring. Can I fit it back here somehow? It'd be a little awkward. Is there a way I can do this? Let's see, if I shift Venus over here, and I shift, how do I do this? I can shift the engineer's post over to this side. I gotta shift... I don't think I can, but what I can do is, I can put a lion house down. Let's see, I gotta put a school over somewhere. What is that? That's a doctor's? Alright, move the doctors there. We shift Mars over. Put the school back here. And then I'll put the lion house right here. And that might affect desirability, so let's just garden. Let's careful not to garden too much. Let's put some gardens there. And that lion house should produce a lion tamer, and there we go. Convert some of these to grand insulays. Fantastic. Now let's shift this engineer's post to there, put that to there, put down a garden there, and an oracle right here to work on desirability for these houses. There we go. So now there's a lion tamer coming out this way and this way, because it's sending a lion tamer this way to go to that Colosseum, and a lion tamer this way to go to that Colosseum. So basically, only this house here, if we look at the Entertainment Colosseum, only this house here doesn't get lion access. There we go. So we provided lion Colosseum access for much less the employment, and much less the space, more importantly. We could actually put Venus back over there, but I think it's fine. There we go. Our money is severely going down, though. Are we even taxing people on this? I don't think he put down any taxes. That's a problem. Let's fix things up here. We'll remove that. We're not taxing our people. That can be a problem. This setup here is a little awkward. But now that the Grand Insulae, it's actually worth doing this. Those are devolving slightly. Can we get them back up? There we go. Squeeze in a Grand Insulae right at the back there. Okay, so now we're taxing some people. That should be good. Is there space for a tax collector here? I don't know, this is positioned rather weirdly. How do we do this? I'm not too sure, but I can definitely tax this area. Just gotta rearrange something. I guess we'll just get rid of these houses here. They're sort of bringing things down. You're making the neighborhood look bad. Get out. Okay, there we go. We'll tax them. Now, prosperity is going back up, but the amount of money we make is also important, so we'll raise the taxes up to 9, I think. Now, how much have we lost, and why are we losing? Is it all to wages? Imports, construction, personal salary, expenses? We have a personal savings of 10,000. So just to show this off, I'm gonna give to the city 5,000. That's gonna make a record of making money this year. And let's speed along, see if anything's messed up. And you can see Grand Insulae are pretty much everywhere, except for here. Why are these? Desirability? Is it just desirability? Huh. Oh, that's... I hate that! Oh, sorry about that. We'll dispatch those goods. Now, how can we boost the desirability here? Is there any way to do it? We basically need... What's that? Employees needed? Oh, that's fine. We need all these buildings. Let's just try garden up this whole island. Is that enough? Oh, we got some Grand Insulae. Entertainment Coliseum. Yeah, that's all we needed. Those are Grand Insulae. Alright, we're making money again. Prosperity is at 42. Send that off. Everything else is fine. It's rising. Let's just wait for the new year. This housing area here is not... What is going on? There's not enough wheat down here. This is the granary with wheat, right? These are set to getting, yeah? It seems like there's plenty of meat down here, but wheat has, for some reason, undersupplied. Let's, because that's affecting our population requirement. If we can't feed these people. So this area is still a little unstable. But the main thing we're trying to bring up is prosperity. So we need this housing area to evolve. Okay, the food over here looks good though. Is it? Why is... Maybe we gotta put another granary down here. Set to getting meat. We are bringing wheat down this way. But I think these markets might be taking it. Alright, we're evolving some of these back up. They do reach Grand Insulae. It is the new year. Prosperity's at 48. So you can see, basically, at this point, it's just a matter of trying to balance this area right here. We've almost got it, though. These markets got a bunch of meat, got a bunch of meat and wheat have come through. Oh, it just went all into these houses. These houses are pretty stable, though. Alright, so it's just a matter of time. Let's speed it along. Everywhere else is stable, I think. Basically, if things are stable, it should be good. Overall quality of your housing is 48. So yeah, we just need to evolve this area here. Come on, feed those houses. There we go. That's brought it up. It's currently June. We need some more people moving in. We can actually try and squeeze in a few more houses here, if we have any spare space. That should be a nice house. Because we just need to boost our population slightly. So if there's any 2x2 slots, it'll be good. Can I squeeze a reservoir here? What coverage of water does that give? Huh. I'm trying to get somewhere over here. So if I shift this to the Oracle, we can actually put down another house here. There we go. These houses are evolving back up. Fantastic. Looking good. And we are taxing people now. So that means... how much are we getting from tax? 3,500 denarii. It's pretty good. So let's wait for the new year. All these houses have evolved to basically as much as they can. Ooh, careful of those gardens. They're messing up the walkway. And this is actually bad. We want the house on this side because... let's fill this with small statues instead. Because the lion tamer walks down this way. Why is that devolved? Ran out of a second type of food. Why have you run out of a second type of food? They ran out of meat. Huh. That's always a little annoying. But prosperity's at 50. There we go. So now we just need more people to move in, and we should be good. Once this house here fills up. But this house over here, does it evolve? Is it just desirability that's messing that up? There we go. Squeeze in an extra grand insulae there. Now population is at 4,900. Come on, evolve that house, please. Is our rating still good? Yep. All of our other ratings are okay. Few more people. And there we go. Victory. Huh. Fantastic. So, there you have it. This is fixing a city on Lugdunum. Nothing cut out. It's straight one video. And I pretty much showed you how to save a city. And hopefully this does actually teach you guys what to do and how to sort of fix everything up. Because starting a new city from scratch, there's a lot of things you can sort of build right from the start, but quite often in Caesar 3 and in any classic city building, you do need to learn how to fix problems as they go. So, just as a recap, I do have my list here. We did step 1, fixing all the problems, where I stopped importing fruit. I turned that farmland over there into actual farms rather than building on it. And also cleaned up a bunch of roads and focused on producing one type of food until it was completely full and overflowed. So let the wheat flow. And then in step 2, we let the wheat flow, let some time pass, make sure everything's stabilized on that, and built 2 markets in every housing area. And once people moved back in, we rebuilt our industry after deleting most of it to deal with the 300 people short. Step 3 was expanding to this southern island to boost our population even further. And also, don't build markets here until all this stuff is down here. You can see I put down storage yards and granaries to bring stuff over. It's a little unstable. You can see these are rather empty at times, but it's enough to get it going. And then step 4 is to start hitting your goals, the 5k people and the culture goals and all of that. You can see just a school and academy dump I built over there. That's fine. And step 5 is the most difficult part. It's actually getting the second type of food, which in this case was meat. And you can see how things very much destabilized. So some areas I put down 3 markets to make sure it stayed stable. But once the meat starts flowing, then it's actually okay. The second type of food. And also, don't forget that lion house trick to provide Colosseum access to all of these buildings. You can see here, these are all grand, well, most of these are Grand Insules. I don't know why that one's a Grand Insule, but these all evolved to Grand Insules, some along here, using the Lionhouse Destination Walker technique. Anyway, that's Lugdunum fixing up a city. Let's accept this promotion.
Your treatment of the native Gauls in Lugdunum and that fair city's splendor bodes well for Rome's expansion into the northern wilderness. Well done.
All right, there you have it. That was fixing Lugdunum. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you can use this as a guide or reference. And because a lot of people have been asking me how to save their city on Lugdunum. So just watch through this and try and pick up all the little tips. All right, so that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been GamerZach, and I'll see you in the next video.